Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a masterclass analysis of the Ransom-Kick Resilience Model. We're zeroing in on the exact scenario that keeps executives and board members awake at night. What actually happens when a major disruption hits, your technical teams report that all systems are green, but somehow your business operations are still completely halted? We're going to explore what a crisis truly reveals about your organization's hidden mechanics.
You see, there is a really stark contrast between our perceived priorities and our real priorities. In peacetime, it's totally natural to fixate on IT systems, applications, and sprawling infrastructure. We spend millions protecting them. But the real priorities? Those are value creation, business objects, and operations. The grand illusion is thinking that if the systems are green, the business is safe. But a crisis completely shatters this, proving once and for all that technical restoration simply does not guarantee business recovery.
Our intellectual journey today covers 5 steps. 1. The illusion of normality. 2. The crisis as revealer. 3. Revelation through the 5 whys. 4. Method using the 5 hows. And 5. Value-oriented resilience.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the illusion of normality, looking at peacetime versus crisis.
For a long time, the illusion holds up beautifully. Applications have zero latency, teams are working away in their neat little silos, processes are flowing smoothly, and every dashboard indicator is flashing a comforting green. But listen, this operational comfort is a trap, because it breeds complacency. When a sudden, jarring disruption actually hits, this bubble bursts instantly, and it forces the organization to make incredibly hard choices under immense constraint.
That brings us to Section 2, the crisis as revealer, and how it exposes our hidden mechanics.
So, here's the million-dollar question. What does the crisis reveal that the organization could not previously see? Take a second to really let that sink in. It's a massive executive blind spot. We all like to think we know exactly how our business is run, but a severe disruption shows us that our pre-crisis maps almost never match the actual territory of value creation.
And the ultimate operational consequence of this blind spot is this. Technical restoration is necessary, yes, but it is absolutely not sufficient. Sure, an IT department can bring an application back online, but if the users are missing, or if critical data is incomplete, or if upstream flows are interrupted, the business simply cannot recover. Think about a hospital that's suddenly unable to discharge patients, even though the scheduling system is fully online. Available applications do not equal restored operations.
Moving to Section 3, Revelation, where we'll use the 5 whys to diagnose this disconnect.
Let's break this down. First, why do true priorities suddenly appear? Because a crisis forces arbitration. You literally have to choose what to save. Second, why do our prior priorities fail? Well, because they were based on IT systems, not actual value delivery. Third, why isn't restoration the same as recovery? That's due to missing critical validations and interrupted flows. Fourth, why do dependencies stay hidden? Because they rely on undocumented habits or a single human expert. And finally, why is value revealed? Because a crisis strips away all of that operational comfort we talked about, leaving only your absolutely essential survival mechanisms.
To actually fix this disconnect, we have to completely redefine our focus around business objects. These are the core carriers of value within an organization. We're talking about things like a finalized contract, an executed payment, a patient file, or a manufacturing order. Servers and IT systems do not create value directly. They merely support the transformation of these tangible objects. The actual value lives in the objects themselves.
Let's look at how to apply this in Section 4, Method, using the 5 hows to prescribe a new coherence.
Here is the practical methodology. Step 1, start with the business objects, not the servers. Step 2, observe the value transformations. Value isn't static, right? It's created when a business object changes state, like when an order officially becomes an invoice. Step 3, map out those hidden dependencies, the specific flows, the data, the human actors. Step 4, identify critical validations. Every point where a process can be blocked is a point of truth. If just one critical validation is missing, your entire value chain chokes. And finally, Step 5. Change the core question your governance team is asking.
Which brings us nicely to Section 5, Value-Oriented Resilience, and changing the paradigm.
Instead of sitting in a boardroom asking, which system do we need to restore? Leaders absolutely must ask, what capacity must continue to exist to allow the organization to create value?
Swapping out that technology-first question for this value-oriented question is a complete game changer. It transforms how you approach business continuity and disaster recovery planning. It aligns your operational resilience directly with your actual business survival.
So true operational resilience focuses on exactly how value is created, transformed, validated, and delivered. Remember, your real priorities aren't magically created by the crisis out of thin air. They are simply revealed by it. By focusing on these 4 pillars, you're mapping the actual anatomy of your business right now, before the crisis forces you to do it under extreme pressure.
Now, to do this effectively, organizations need a professional environment to map out this value-oriented coherence. Archionis.app is explicitly designed as a structuring, methodological, and coherence environment for operational resilience. We're not talking about startup buzzwords or some magic automatic solution here. It's a dedicated, practical workspace for experts and executives to visualize and protect that complex web of business flows, objects, and dependencies that we've been discussing today.
And that brings us to the end of today's explainer. I really hope this has challenged how you view your own organization's priorities under constraint. I invite you to take the next step in this intellectual journey and explore these concepts further. You can visit www.ransom-kick.com, check out the coherence environment at www.archionis.app, and find more deep dive analyses on the Archeon Group YouTube channel. I'll leave you with this final, crucial question. If your core systems went down tomorrow, do you truly know which business objects would choke first? Thank you so much for watching.